and rolling. Okay, so who impressed you the most over the course of filming?
Two people impressed me the most. And you know one. What was
who played Marcy?
Marceline Mora.
Mara. Yeah, take two. I can't remember her name still.
Mara, I believe she
Mara?
prefers it to
She
be
had a nice ass, I think.
Mara.
But I haven't did she? She's doing. Yeah.
That's a good ass.
She kinda,
Really?
kinda.
Okay.
Well, she was wearing those tight pants. I just.
Anyways.
No, is that okay?
Yeah, no, she sucked at the audition, and she was
Yeah.
great in the show. I even told her on the
Her
last
energy
night. I
was-
whispered,
Boosh.
"You were the best performer."
I would have whispered
Dude,
something else.
if you looked like her, I would have said it to you. You know, come on.
I would have been like, I have a wood.
And then Lindsay came over, and I told her, "You are the best performer."
How would I have sex with her too?
Yeah, no, Lindsay
I
surprised
would.
me
The
too.
only one
She was
I
great.
would not have had sex with Phoebe. The only one.
Only 'cause
Or
of the
Bridget.
breath.
Bridget, gross.
If your breath smells like that, what is your...
Vagina smell like the same, but times two with a little bit of fish. Probably. I have no idea. I've never smelled a vagina before.
Febreze.
I'm a virgin. I'm pretending.
Oh, no.
It's like tuna fish and peaches.
Poor Phoebe. She's getting railed via this thing.
Yeah. She's not gonna watch it. She's gonna be like, fuck this.
I know.
Call my mom lawyer.
No.
My mommy lawyer.
Scott, who impressed you the most over the course of filming?
Oh yeah, certainly you, aka Josh,
Why is
aka
that?
Scout. Well, because when you did the audition, I was not impressed. I just wasn't. I felt like you talked too much, and like you're just. I think it was because I was recording, and I was really worried about like the battery length and how much carb we had left, and I was just recording you for like 20 minutes talking about. I was like, wrap it up. And I was nervous as fuck being there because it was a library
Right.
and we were being loud.
That's true.
And I don't know why I was so worried, but I was like having little palpitations over like, and then you're loud too.
He was overprotective.
Like when you talk.
That was his character, so he's overprotective, and I'm like, well, there's our Scout, you know? And he was like, what? I don't know about this. So
Yeah,
it was his character, and he
Yeah,
definitely
it was my
overprotected.
character. I was looking for perfect. And for some reason, Gary I thought was perfect for Scout.
I talked you out of it.
You did talk me out of this. Those fucking glasses, man. He looks smooth. Yeah, with dorky, look emo, hipsterish. I can kind of see Scout hipsterish.
But as you yourself mentioned, you would have been awesome as Ro if you could play younger.
Who?
He has the mannerisms and speech pattern
Yeah?
of Ro more so
Josh?
than Gary does. Yes.
Oh yeah,
absolutely.
yeah. You definitely yeah. He was.
But
Rose kind of yeah.
you're too adult. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
you are.
And Gary is not. He looks.
He did look young, so it was pretty much fitting the age. Brad.
Yeah.
So then, who was the most disappointing? Who were you expecting the most from, and then you got shit from?
For me, it was Phoebe. I was distracted because I was reading with her during the actual audition, so it's kind of all googly-eyed and lost in that which is Phoebe. And this guy and Holly, who's doing the auditions, explained to me later how touched in the head she is.
Yeah, I thought she was foreign.
And, thought she was foreign. Holly thought she was stunted.
I just think she
intellectually.
had some sort of dyslexia. No, that was Bridget actually did, but she would just say things kind of weird. I can't remember, but
So yeah, I thought she was gonna be pretty decent, and then she blew, and
not the right kind of blow either. I was not impressed with Gary. I was expecting a lot more from that little fucker. He was just so boring, monotonous.
I could have
I'm
gave
going
him shit
to
during the
read my
interview.
lines and just
I was
talk
not nice to Gary. I kept interrupting him. Don't you remember that?
during the
We'll
auditions.
splice it in, but yeah, I was not kind to Gary.
I don't remember.
Okay, so the next question is, which storyline did you most hope for? Like, what thing were you hoping was going to happen, and then it just never materialized?
The fighting. I wanted more fighting, more conflict for sure. I wanted someone to be like, "Fuck you, bitch, that's my man," but I don't know why it would happen. But
I wanted the craziness of Bridget to escalate, and sadly, it did not. It was awesome the first couple episodes, but then, because she had a crush on this guy, suddenly she sort of tamed herself, reeled herself in, became really self-conscious, plus I think she was rocking some herb sores. And,
fuck that. I did too during audition. That shit sucks. I get a little nervous.
we watched the footage.
And it's not like I'm a whore either. I didn't get that from from macking on some dirty prostitute in a bush. I got that shit from like a relative when I was 3.
Right, you know
Hey,
the
you're so
answer.
pretty. You're a pretty child. Kiss you on the mouth. Where's my mom or my dad for that matter? Like, bitch, get away! You have herp.
Probably not gonna use this. But
I don't care. That shit pisses me off to this day. Like I think about this still, and I get angry. I want to call whoever did it and be like, "Fucking
I
asshole."
hate you.
I'm gonna call my grandma. 'Cause I think it could have been her. I think I've seen her with a herp. And be like, "Stop kissing kids if you have herpes, woman. You're spreading that shit."
Gonna pass
That
something
should be fuck this AIDS and cancer runs. Run for herpes. That should everyone has
out. You can't
herpes.
get herpes.
We need
I need
to
to get you.
we need to knowledge people up about that shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the most important one, and we're still filming. So, what was the most unexpected development?
Lane!
Oh, yeah.
Shoy bags, chags, whatever you want to call him.
I didn't. I never liked him.
The
Like he annoyed me,
Asian.
but during he's
was
super
narrator.
creepy.
And then subsequently in the final episode, he was our interviewer. The trouble was, Lean, before he even showed up the first day to be the narrator, which he just sucked balls at.
I don't think he knows how to read, and he's becoming a doctor.
I know.
The fucker.
But he fell in love with the cast. He did. Like, all of you guys, he felt a crazy kinship with based on just watching you on my screen. He would come over, we watch some raw footage, I'd fall asleep at like 2 a.m. And then he's like, well, can I just stick around or can I just watch some more? Then it'd be sunrise, I gotta go to work, and there's Lean, still
Do you think he was
in the
he,
TV.
think he masturbated while you were sleeping?
Oh god, I hope not.
Because you have nowhere to deposit that. I mean, it's in your floors somewhere.
Which points to the fact that he really adored Phoebe, and that's the other thing that surprised me, is it really became the everyone loves Phoebe show more than anything else, because with the exception of yourself, everybody had a crush on her at some point. Poor Juan.
I did in the
yeah.
very beginning, and then she talked.
Episode 2, you're like, I think she wants to fuck me. No,
Oh,
episode
whoa.
3, you said, I think she wants to fuck me. Episode 2, I got a weird vibe from her. It was confusing. Episode 1, poor Juan fell in love with her and never
He's still crying.
never
about that
turned
shit,
back.
I think.
I think he does. I think he is still crying about it. I think every subtle, like, vague post on his Facebook feed is directed at Phoebe. I honestly think that.
I cry when I
I
think.
do. Exactly. So, obviously Gary, and even Mike admitted he was into Phoebe. Would you marry, fuck, or kill? He's marrying Phoebe.
He's married.
No, he's not.
What?
He's not. I thought he was
He was.
too, but he's just got a serious relationship, I think.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say I thought he was married too.
But he's not.
Okay. Alright, we're still recording. Now this is it's similar to an earlier question, but it's more specifically with the project as a whole. Okay, like this entire thing, because I know you're not done editing yet, but how had you hoped this was all going to turn out versus how it actually turned out? Like, do you feel like those two things are similar? Are they drastically different? Like, how do you guys feel now that the whole process basically is done, at least from our end?
I'm still worried about how it's going to piece together, but I was expecting 0. But I didn't think it was going to be interesting at all. But we going over it, well, what little I did because you did all the work, seems fairly interesting. I mean, if it got Lean to sit there through daylight just watching the raw shit, it's got to be something there, right? I mean,
Absolutely. I thought it would be a little more helpful in terms of what worked within the script and what didn't work within the script, and I felt like people kind of honed in on one aspect that wasn't working, and it was harder to get insight beyond the misogynist stuff. So that was a problem for me. It would turn out to be a lot more fun than I had expected it to be. I thought it was going to be a much more professional experience.
yeah.
And then it ended up being like really, really fun more than anything else, which I don't necessarily... It might have helped.
Well,
I think it's
a lot of people were young too, so that kind of helped. Plus, a lot of them were professionals. They were actually just like, oh, it seems like fun, I'll do it. I think there was
Right.
like maybe 3 or people who do it professionally.
Technically speaking, I thought that you would have been on the ball a lot more. I blame any technical issues on you.
Technical issues. I blame your mic.
My cord, but
cord.
still.
That was the only technical issue. Was
Almost
the
the
sound.
last issue, or the last night, to deal with that issue that was there for 4 episodes.
I
Right?
blame your shitty mic.
Well,
Wrap
okay,
your shit up
that's
normally.
fine, but I'm not the guy with the technical arts degree. You know what I'm saying?
That's very true.
This old fucking
I don't-
cord
we had
that I brought.
so many fucking chords. Like, there was no way I was going to find out what it was. I guess I could have looked harder. Yeah, it's my fucking fault.
Okay, alright.
Yes.
I'm lazy.
These
Fuck it.
things segue perfectly. Okay, so then that brings up, what would be your biggest regret through shooting? Like, if I give you one do-over, one thing, like one recast, one equipment change, like one thing that you could do different, what would the one thing be? Biggest regret.
Well, one, using your mic cord.
And the micro
Maybe
display.
not getting this camera until after.
Sure. I have a few regrets. Certainly, well, I mean, it's like a mixed. It's I got mixed emotions about it. Drinking whiskey the last night was not my strongest move.
That it was. No, you did get kind of belligerent, but you did get that shit at the end though.
I know. Yes, that's true.
Would you have done that if you weren't drunk?
No. And in terms of reality, it's gold, but I don't know. I regret caring more about some of the fuckers than I wanted to. Maybe. I regret bringing in Lane, possibly, but these
I
are
don't
all
know.
simultaneously
I don't regret
things
that
that
at
were
all,
also good for the
Yeah.
production. But it cost me a friend of 10 years, you know? He came back and he saw that vocal feed was on. He came back here after the final episode. After he was pissed at me for what I said to Gary and Phoebe. And then when he saw that,
Well, I'm gonna
what do you
say
mean?
this
There was another camera in that interview room, but I was turning off the only one that I thought was in there so that I could speak candidly to everyone and tell them how everything misogynist was you and everything that was gold was me. How could you do that to me? That's a final stride, and that's it. We're done. And I lost a friend of a decade.
Well, it's kind of the same thing as like when your best friend fucks your wife. You know what I mean? It's kind of like I should hate you, but really, it proved my wife was a whore. So it's if anything, it proved that dude's just kind of a douchebag. Because he sold you out for a couple of girls he didn't even know.
No, that's true. Especially because he then subsequently emailed Gary, Josh, and Phoebe.
He's a piece of
These
shit.
very,
Really.
very,
Repeatedly.
very, very
Do you have those? I would like to
revealing
see those.
emails. I forwarded the one he sent me. But what we haven't seen is the one he sent Phoebe.
Yeah.
Oh,
Which
okay.
you know is going to be all like, oh, he did it because he loved you.
Right. Well, and I never heard back from Phoebe after I Facebook
Because
messaged
you know
her.
that's what's in it. You know that's what's in it. What did you say?